The government will back a conditional moratorium on deep-sea mining in international waters, which will remain until better environmental regulations backed by science are in place. The decision signifies an acknowledgement of the dangers of deep-sea mining. We asked Māori Party co-leader Debbie Ngarewa-Packer, who ran an 8-year campaign to stop seabed mining in Aotearoa and across the Pacific, what this means for Māori.
Oh, look, it means a lot, and we're extremely grateful that Minister Nanaia Mahuta has listened to us and led the charge in this particular decision. What it also means is that if it's dangerous or not safe enough internationally, then it's not domestically. And we are hoping and optimistic about having support for my member's bill to ban seabed mining here in Aotearoa as well.
Debbie, why do you think our domestic waters are not included in this moratorium?
Well, they've got different types of legislation. So the domestic one is included within the EEZ legislation, and I guess that's again been a challenge. But for us as tangata whenua, specifically Ngāti Ruri Ngā Rouru, we have been a long time involved in understanding the science, understanding the perils and the damage that this type of activity will do. So to some degree, there's no other iwi that has the experience like we have, winning 3 consecutive courts, High Court, the Court of Appeal and Supreme Court. So I guess it just means that the government's catching up, and we need to be mindful of sharing the experiences that we've had through these court processes. Now, each court process is one. And the courts themselves know that this type of activity is too dangerous to proceed with in Aotearoa.
Now, your member's bill, the Prohibition on Seabed Mining Legislation Amendment Bill, is due for its first reading in Parliament next month. What should be the next steps for our government?
Oh, look, the best step for me, and the best step for certainly our iwis that have been involved, is that they just call a moratorium unconditional on domestic and international, and or the longer way is that they support my member's bill. It goes to select committee, and we lead the way. This is this government's nuclear-free moment. Protecting our ocean is something they've made a priority. They've got a ministry that's been set up, a minister as well. So, look, that would be the best thing, and then we can get on and talk about the things that we need to do, to focus on the things that are really plaguing our people, which is the issue of poverty, the issue of homelessness, the issue of not being well, and that's where we're better off spending our energy than in the courts and advocating to stop this activity.
Now, a review is underway on a regulatory process to control deep-sea mining in the area, managed by the ISA, or International Seabed Authority, which is the seabed beyond exclusive economic zones and extended continental shelves. Is the ISA up to the task?
No. No, they're not. And that's why we have seen, and you may remember, I think you interviewed me when I was in Portugal and Lisbon at the United Nations Ocean Forum. And we saw a huge rush of our Pacifica whanaunga. We saw France. We've seen major companies come out, come out and say that, look, we need to be in charge of and self-determining our own protection as Paitaki. No, they're not. ISA has stakeholders that are part of the sector as well. So, I think this is the best move that the government could have made in this situation. There were not the regulatory checks and measures in place that we need, and we now need to support our Pacifica whanaunga that are having to contend with this and share the experiences and capacity to help keep them preserved as well.
Te Pāti Māori co-leader Debbie Ngarewa-Packer, thank you so much for your time today. Ngā mihi.
Kia ora, hei kona.